Hello, and welcome to Moon Magic Astrology. My name's Mary Ann. We're experiencing the beginning of another eclipse. On July 17th, one eclipse cycle is ending and another is beginning. As these lunar nodes shift from the Taurus-Scorpio eclipse season into the Aries Libra eclipse season, it's another 18-month event, as all eclipse cycles are. We're going to be feeling this powerful and transformative energy until January the 11th of 2025. The North Node, known as the head of the dragon in Vedic astrology, is going to guide us to our destiny. It's our fate. The North Node eclipse cycle will leave the sign of Taurus, an earth sign that was focused in our values and our material possessions, and also in our social standings, to enter into the sign of Aries, a fire sign that focuses on our self-awareness and our physical appearance, and also on how we present ourselves to the world. Directly opposite of the North Node is the South Node. It's known as the tail of the dragon, which represents our fate from our past, or some call it our karma. It's our karmic debt. The South Node's going to leave the sign of Scorpio, which was a fixed water sign that was about regeneration, death, and rebirth. And it will now enter into the cardinal sign of Libra, a sign that dominates our relationships and contracts, legal and personal, and it'll push us to find justice and balance for our past injustices, helping us achieve harmony within ourselves and within the world around us. Our South Node is honestly a gift from above. It's the do-overs that our soul still regrets and needs to fix. It's how we can right our own wrongs in this lifetime from our past. But it's not going to be instantaneous. We need to use the North Node as our compass. It'll give us a new way of thinking that'll help us solve the problems that caused our problems in the past lives. That's what created the karmic debt. Moving forward to heal the past sounds pretty serendipitous to me. Now that we understand a little bit about the past eclipse energies and how the nodes are going to affect your current life, let's look at how this North Node in Aries is going to help you change for the better. Now, you might begin to notice an unprovoked need to focus more on yourself and the need to have an independent identity, one that's more self-reliant and not defined by relationships or titles. Sometimes our unique or authentic self can vanish or become so hidden that we begin to feel invisible. Sometimes this happens in our relationships and we need to grow individually. If you find that you've grown apart during this time, or that your partner isn't willing to see you progress as an independent person, then it may be that the relationship has no more value to your future. But with some love and patience, I do believe that many of us will evolve into those lifelong relationships, just a stronger and more confident, unique individual in a partnership. And if you think you're not going to find your inner strength to evolve to a higher level, well, this eclipse is just what you might need. It's important not to let your partnerships define you, and letting go of toxic situations and relationships will require some effort, but it's achievable over time. Now, with the North Node being about our journey we have ahead of us and its direction in which we're progressing or moving toward, we will all begin to shift our thoughts into defining a newer self, evolving from the eclipse energy of Aries. As we begin to find strength within ourselves as individuals, we will move past our personal fears and find our inner courage to break our codependencies. This energy will help us detach from seeking any validation from others, as we will be confident within ourselves and not need to hear anybody else's opinion. The North Node Aries Eclipse is going to teach us to prioritize our growth, teaching us to find the fire and passion within ourselves, teaching us how to stop conforming to an image of ourselves just to fit into a relationship or a title. This Aries eclipse energy is going to help us stop being drawn to those people-pleasing tendencies. So let's begin to embrace our self-discovery, refusing to apologize for just being ourselves. Let this be a time so that we can return to what we want to become. Let this guide us to a new destiny. Begin to feel the freedom as you break away from the negative relationships that made us less than what we really are. You know, those relationships that caused us to become dormant in our own growth. As you're releasing all of these codependent tendencies, this is a time to transform into who you've always wanted to be. Let this guide us to a new destiny. Begin to feel the freedom as you break away from those negative relationships. You know, the relationships that made you less than what you really are. Or those relationships that caused you to become dormant in your own growth. As you're releasing all of your codependent tendencies that empowered others and even empowered your own life, it's during this eclipse that you can take back your power as an individual. You might feel fearless or boundless as your inner thoughts and beliefs begin detaching from your old self, and you'll begin to find confidence in your new identity. You'll probably believe you're unstoppable. I don't know about that, but you definitely will be an awesome individual. Now, this doesn't mean that your relationships must end. Not at all. This only means that letting go of your own restrictions and detaching from others so that you can find your own inner strength will move you to become a better partner, spouse, a better mother, father, sister, brother. It'll make you happier, stronger, more emotionally grounded. You get my drift? How beautiful do you see your new future as you tap into the supernatural potential of yourself? Now, it's also important to understand that the North Node in Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, which is going to bring us some challenges with aggression and anger over the next 18 months. And let's try a few meditation or mindful practice techniques just to help buffer some of this energy. My favorite is simply not reacting. Yep, ignoring a remark or situation is what I said. Unless immediate action is required to prevent harm to yourself or to someone else. This non-reaction will let your brain calm down and think more rationally. So give yourself a day or two to process your thoughts before you react, if you need to react at all. Because sometimes with a little bit of time to calm down and realize how insignificant the issue may be, you might even realize that a reaction's not important, or that you might need some healthy boundaries in this relationship. And if your relationship is beyond repair at this time, well, then an ending is inevitable. No reaction is extremely powerful. Shifting your focus into other things that will advance your own desires is going to create a chain reaction in your life, sending you toward your success. Reacting is only giving away your personal power, and you need to empower yourself right now. Now, if the North Node is directing us toward our destinies, then we want to use this Mars powerful and aggressive energy to accelerate our own passions. You want to find a way to leverage this explosive energy so that it'll benefit your own future. Who knows? We might all individually come together as a collective to make changes for humanity. Maybe that's what this eclipse is all about. Venus is here, full of tenderness and love, to to help accelerate some karmic healing. Over the next 18 months, you may see old flames reappear. These past relationships or old flames may be part of our karmic debt. It will be important for you to try to understand that your destiny is directing you to be more outspoken. Stand strong in your independence, but find the compassion to accept this karmic debt with this healing, loving energy of Venus to help you mend relationships from the past. Even debt from past lives may appear in your current life just to pay off your karmic debt. Forgiveness, acceptance, or even just some understanding may be the greatest gift that you can give to yourself. And sometimes helping your ex heal helps you heal beyond your own imagination. So let's look forward to the love that Venus will share with this eclipse, and not to forget the other things that Libra is bringing us, like balance, justice, and some harmony. It just seems like there's been a lot of that missing lately. And if we're really lucky, we might just see a big old sweep of some good old justice. So this eclipse is going to help each one of us advocate for ourselves. We will find a way to stick up for our rights, and hopefully each one of us will find the strength to let our own voices be heard individually. Now, I hope that you found some beneficial elements from this video. And if you're seeking more detailed guidance for your destiny, well, you could get a personal reading. I will put an affiliate link to Psychic Source below this video. I want to thank you for joining me here on Moon Magic Astrology. Sending you light and love always.